Good morning. So we have a little bit of a different adventure today. We're not going out on a recovery. We have the recovery wrecker with us today. Vincent has decided to come with us today. Yesterday, ADOT opened up the Apache Trail. And for a lot of us locals here, that's been a historic route, historic scenic route that we've enjoyed for, well, going back to the 1900s. And recent, I shouldn't say recent now, but rains washed out the road. ADOT had to repair it, and it's recently been repaired and opened. They opened it yesterday afternoon. And so we're gonna take you along with us as we go just kind of survey the road. Something that we do when we have, if you can call it an off day. And we're just gonna go check out the trail, and so that if anybody has any trouble on the trail, we're prepared. We know what we're dealing with along there. So come along for the adventure. We'll show you around a little bit, and let's go look at what ADOT did with the road. Well, here we are at the Canyon Lake Vista Overlook. We've already passed some pretty beautiful Superstition Mountain stuff on the way here, but not like what we're about to go see. So this is the first of 3 lakes we're gonna see today. There are 4 lakes along this section of the Salt River, but this one's Canyon Lake. Then we're gonna pass Apache Lake, and then we're gonna see Roosevelt Lake when we get to the other end of this trail. So the trail that we're running today was completed in like 1905, I believe the sign said. And it was originally an Apache Indian trade route. And they modernized the route when they built the Roosevelt Dam at the other end, which you'll get to see at the end of today's trip. So we're gonna mosey on and continue. So come along with us and see some more sights. Shortly after you leave Canyon Lake, the next thing you guys get to come across, if you've done this trail, is historic Tortilla Flat. And there it is. That's all there is to it. It's a popular destination for people to come out to and grab some breakfast. They got a restaurant here. I've had breakfast here. It's pretty good. So far the road has just been windy, narrow paved roads, but we know we're coming up on some even more narrow dirt road sections up ahead. So let's go see the rest of it. After you get past Tortilla Flat, you get up here to the Fish Creek Lookout. And this used to be where the trail stopped for about the last 5 years. But there's a beautiful lookout out here. We're gonna go out and show you around a little bit. And then we'll come back here and we'll get on down the road. You guys will get to see the part of the trail that was actually eroded that they've since repaired. But for now, just check out all this beautiful country. So back there's the parking lot for the Fish Creek Lookout. The road runs right down there, goes around the corner there, continues down there, and I don't know if you can see in the picture, there's a hand-stacked rock wall down there that helps hold the road back, and then it continues down. And it drops way down into this valley to a small bridge at the bottom. And it's this shelf road going down in there that washed away. All right, we're continuing to see the road goes down here, and we drop down into Fish Creek down there. And I don't know if you can make it out in a video. If you're right out there, the road meanders up the far side of the canyon over there. And that's not even halfway through. So this is just the beginning of Fish Creek Hill, the narrow road that is probably the most sketchiest part of this whole trail. And already at this point, we can see relics down below of historical accidents where cars have gone over the side. That's a very real danger out here. But this is what you get to see if you come out. Road comes down, you end up going up that other valley over there. Beautiful superstition wilderness. And that would be Fish Creek right down there at the bottom. Wraps around that mountain there. Well, let's stop talking about it and let's go see it. All right, now we're headed down Fish Creek Hill. So this is the part that's probably the most, I don't know, sketchy. It's definitely the most dangerous part of the road. It's narrow, it's one lane. There's not a lot of places to pass people. It's steep grade. The cost of making a mistake is really, really high. And as we go down here, you'll see some old guardrail along the left edge as we're headed down. And that's been there as long as I've been coming back here. So it probably as old as the 30s, maybe 40s or 50s. I don't know that I would trust it, but you can see it begins right here. And wherever that still is was not portion of the road that was eroded. And even without it there, doesn't mean it was portion that was eroded. But if you see that guardrail, they didn't repair it. So if it's there, it's still there and wasn't damaged. I will point out the area that was damaged just before we get down to Fish Creek. As we approach these corners, we want to come in really slow. We don't know if anybody's coming in from the other direction. From this point off to the left, you can see the road that leaves the canyon and takes you towards Roosevelt. We're going to be taking that road. And it looks like we've got a motorcycle coming towards us, probably an adventure bike. Hopefully he finds a spot to park and give us some room, otherwise we're going to be passing right here. He chose the inside. If you come out and drive this trail, try to remember that this route was originally developed in the early 1900s, 1905-ish. I think the sign said 1905, 1905, 1906. Presumably with dynamite and pickaxes, I would assume. And it was a route to bring supplies while they were building Roosevelt Dam. And it was based on an original route that the Apaches used to move up and down the canyon. So we got our one-lane bridge coming up. And we're coming up through the section right here that was damaged. I don't know that it was this part right here, but it certainly looks like they've done some rebuilding here. They got some boulders right here, and honestly, I think this next 75 feet here was probably the worst of it. No more guardrail on the left side. You can see here they've just got boulders stacked up. We got a Jeep waiting for us to finish the hill down here. it is, the Fish Creek Bridge. Well, here we are hanging out right by Fish Creek. The blown out part of the trail is right there where they've repaired it. There's a Tacoma headed up now. And then we just stopped to take a look at Fish Creek. If you're a hiker, but there's a lot of cool stuff to explore up in there. We see a lot of little cave holes and all manner of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some bighorn and stuff up in there too.
Go up there real quick?
Yeah, sure. Let's just jump on my helicopter. Vince wants to go there. So if you guys got a helicopter and you want to come give us a ride, we'll take one. So we have completed Fish Creek Hill, which is right up here above me coming down. We came across the bridge and now we're at a little bitty, this little parking area they got down here. So for here to the rest of it, there's nothing really daunting other than the section just before you get to Roosevelt. That's a shelf road that sits above the Colorado River with, I don't remember, 100, 150 foot drop down to the water. So you don't want to make any mistakes there. I know that a tow truck made a mistake there, not a tow truck, a dump truck made a mistake there last night. And he was sitting just off the edge and they got him out. So we're gonna finish this all the way up to Roosevelt. You guys will get to see the dam, get to see the bridge, see the staging area up there, and enjoy the rest of the run. Nothing real complicated from here on out, just a lot of beautiful views. So let's go get this done. Right down there we got Apache Lake Marina. That's the back end of Apache Lake right there. Fish Creek's out over that way, off top of them hills out there. Then you come up that canyon. And you get up here to the Apache Lake Marina Lookout. So now for those of you that like to go to Apache Lake, there's a quicker way to get there. You can now come up the Apache Trail if you have the required equipment. ADOT wants you to use four-wheel drive or UTV or SUV style vehicles for the roadway. It's not real bad now, but I imagine with a little bit of weather, it's probably going to get pretty rugged and rough. So now we got a quicker way to get here. We passed a couple MCSO sheriff officers, and they said that coming this way because they have to do patrol up at Roosevelt. This saves them 2 hours from going around through Globe or up through Rye. So they're really happy to have it open. We've passed 3 of them so far today that are just out checking out the road to see what it looks like for them as well. If you're still with us this far, thanks for continuing to watch, and we got a little bit more to show you, so come along. Well, we made it to the Roosevelt Dam, and we are here checking it out. So this is the downward side of it. Roosevelt Lake's right on the other side of that, and the road goes up and around to another viewpoint up top, and we'll get to see the big span of the Roosevelt Bridge, and we'll go take a look at that. But this is one of the many reasons for making this trip, is to come up and see the dam and the beauty of the Salt River down there. Started in 1906 with the first brick laid. And then sometime, I believe in the 80s, late 80s, they added another 77 feet and added this cement facade. But originally it was a brick bridge or dam, much like this building down here. This building doesn't look like it's in use anymore. Probably one of the original power generation stations. But let's go topside and take a look at from up there. All right, there's the back side of the dam, but that's not the big reason to come up this high. There it is, Roosevelt Bridge. And this pretty much ends 88. I may botch this up, but I believe that is the longest single span arch suspension bridge. Now I could get any of that messed up. I'm sure you could Google it, but basically it's got some importance for its size. And it looks like they're over there working on the thing. That's a crazy job. If you stayed with us this long, I got to see all the way to the end, got to see the bridge and the dam. Thanks for sticking around to watch. This isn't our normal type of video. Normally we're out doing recoveries, but with the importance of the Apache Trail coming open, and as much as people loved it, we figured it would be nice to get out here really early and get some video of it so you guys can see what you have in store whenever you come out and run this road. For now, the road is in really good shape. ADOT is requesting 4-wheel drives or SUV, UTV style vehicles only, no trailers. If you come out and run this trail, road, try to remember that it's narrow, it's steep, and the cost of mistake is very expensive. So mind your speed, take your time, enjoy the beauty, don't get yourself in trouble. Thank you for watching another adventure with Wild West Off-Road Recovery. If you like this video and you want us to do more content like this, please, comment below and let us know. If you don't like this, same, let us know. We won't do any more like this, but we can go out and do these trail runs and give you guys little trail reports if you guys would like. Thank you for watching another adventure with Wild West Off-Road Recovery. We're gonna go grab some lunch and then we're gonna run this in reverse, but you guys are gonna have to do that one on your own. Thank you, have a wonderful day.